South Asian Games officially came to an end yesterday with the grand closing ceremony held at the Dashrath Stadium in Tripureshwar. Nepal exceeded its expectation in winning medals, setting a new record of bagging 51 gold medals at a single edition of this mega sporting event. Winning 51 gold, 60 silver and 95 bronze medals, Nepal finished second in the medal tally behind India. Good morning, this is Bipashna Thamang and these are the headlines of the hour. 13th South Asian Games officially comes to an end with a grand closing ceremony. Nepal wins historic 51 gold medals, wins gold in men's football defeating Bhutan 2-1. Ruling Nepal Communist Party finally summons its standing committee meeting after a year. Decisions made by the Secretariat, one of the main agendas to be discussed in the meeting. And a police officer and at least 5 other people killed in a series of furious gun battles in Jersey City in the US state of New Jersey. Webbed in internal conflicts after unification, the ruling Nepal Communist Party has finally summoned its standing committee meeting after a year. The standing committee meeting has been called for 14th of December at the time when party co-chairman duo KP Sharma Oli and Pushpa Kamal Dahal made decisions in their favor and endorsed them from the Secretariat. Following the unification of the then CPN-UML and Maoist Centre, the ruling Nepal Communist Party could only hold its standing committee meeting once. Most of the decisions are being made on the interest of both the co-chairmen. Those decisions have not been discussed within the 45-member Standing Committee and the 441-member Central Committee, as all the decisions are taken by the 9-member Standing Committee. The Secretariat is fully controlled by the co-chairman duo. Disgruntled voices have been raised within the party, citing the role and the decisions made by the Secretariat Committee, which is one of the possible agendas to be discussed in the Standing Committee meeting. Till now, the party and the government are fully controlled by the Secretariat, due to which the other committees are somehow inactive. The decisions taken by the Secretariat on different national and international issues without any decision within the party has raised questions on the authenticity of the decisions. Therefore, the issues including the amendment of the party's statute for the appointment of Bamdev Gautam as vice chairman, reshuffle of the cabinet, work division of the 2 co-chairmen, Kalapani land encroachment are potential agendas to be discussed in the upcoming Standing Committee meeting of the ruling party. The disgruntled leaders of the party are likely to come up with their voice of dissatisfaction during their Standing Committee meeting at a time when the party leadership is facing huge criticisms regarding the weak performance of the government and the party. Likewise, the meeting could face new polarization within the party after co-chairman Dahal taking over the executive authority from co-chairman Oli. And we'll take a short break here. We have more news coming up. Nepal's constitution has introduced provisions to put an end to traditional, discriminatory and ill practices like Chaupadi. However, every year, young girls, especially in Sudur Paschim province, lose their lives as they are compelled to live in sheds during periods. We have a report.
Only last week, a 21-year-old named Parvati Rawat lost her life in Acham district while living in a shed. Following her death, the district police prepared to file a case against her brother-in-law. However, given that the society is adamant on practicing Chaupadi, the victims are often unable to file a complaint or testify against their own families.
छाउकोटमा पठाउनु हुन्छ या हुँदैन भन्ने कुरा जबसम्म त्यो भित्रै आत्माबाखी मान्छेले जबसम्म लिदैनन् तबसम्म यो मुलुकी ऐनमा व्यवस्था कानुनको व्यवस्था भएर हुनेवाला केही छैन। त्यसमा पनि मैले त के भन्छु भने त्यसमा पनि अब महिलाहरूलाई यसको बारेमा अवेयर गरेर हैन, हेर्नुस् पुरुषहरूलाई अवेयर गर्न हतार भयो, किनभने यो हाम्रो जस्तो पुरुष प्रधान देशमा पुरुषहरूको कजले यो कुराहरू भइरहेछन्। तर पुरुषहरूलाई भित्रै इन्टरलाइज हुने गरी जबसम्म हामीले अवेयरनेस गर्न सक्दैनन्, यो गर्दैनन्, यो स्टप हुनेवाला छैन।
The police have filed a case against Parvati's brother-in-law Chhatra Radhav for forcing her to live in a shed during her period. This is the first time police administration initiated actions against anyone for practicing chhaupadi since the government made it punishable. Although the practice has been outlawed by the government and is a punishable crime, women are still being kept separately and are deprived of nutritious food and proper shelter and family get-togethers during period. Due to lack of awareness, women during their periods are also being treated as untouchables, not only in rural but also in urban areas. Based on a report unveiled by National Human Rights Commission, 13 women have lost their lives to chhaupadi practice in Assam alone since year 2005. Campaigners and activists say depriving a woman of education, health, and general activities during her periods will hinder their personality development process. There is a call for implementation of laws and to make citizens aware that menstruation is just a normal biological process and is not something abhorrent. This is Sajdala Michane for Kantipur News Desk.
And it's time now for the international update. A police officer and at least 5 other people have died in a series of furious gun battles in Jersey City in the U.S. state of New Jersey. 2 other police officers were also wounded during the incident, which culminated in a shootout after gunmen barricaded themselves in a shop. Several local shops and businesses were also put on lockdown. A motive for the incident has not yet been established. Authorities say they do not believe it was a terror attack. Authorities identified the police officer who died as 39-year-old Joseph Sills, who was part of a program to confiscate illegal weaponry in New Jersey. Dozens of armed law enforcement officials, including SWAT teams and federal agents, were deployed to the scene, and 5 people were killed in the shop. 2 are thought to be the suspected gunmen. Police said the suspects were armed with high-powered rifles and fired hundreds of rounds of ammunition during the gun battle. And we have more news coming up, but right now it's time for yet another short break. And in our Public Voice segment, we had asked the residents of Baake district what should be done to minimize the increasing road accidents. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
Speed limit को केही बोर्डहरु राख्दिन भने दुवै पक्षतिर कम्तीमा चाहिँ ड्राइभरलाई पनि थाहा हुने त्यसले गर्दाखेरि न्यूनीकरणमा चाहिँ अलिकति दुर्घटना न्यूनीकरणमा चाहिँ सहजता हुन्छ कि
नियम कानुन बारे विद्यार्थीलाई पनि सिकाउनु पर्यो गाडी यात्रुदेखि लिएर ड्राइभर खलासी यिनीहरुलाई पनि नियम कानुन बारेमा जानकारी दिन पर्यो
कहाँ जाँदै छु कुन रुटमा हिँड्दै छु कसरी कहाँनिर जेब्रा क्रसिङ गर्नुपर्छ त्यो सम्बन्धी जानकारी उलाई आफै गर्नुपर्छ कन्फिडेन्स हुनुपर्छ
मेन चाहिँ यो ड्राइभरकै अझ चालककै कमजोरी देख्छु त्यसमा
And it's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question: who deserves credit for winning more gold medals than expectation at the 13th South Asian Games? Your options are option A, players, option B, sports officials, and option C, government. The voting for the question is on. Type NEWS, select your options A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
The 13th South Asian Games officially came to an end with the grand closing ceremony held at the Dashrath Stadium in Tripureshwar yesterday evening. Nepal performed well at the mega sporting event as it exceeded its aim of winning 50 gold medals. Nepal bagged 51 gold, 60 silver and 95 bronze medals, a total of 206 medals at the 13th South Asian Games. Prior to this, Nepal had won the highest 31 gold medals at the 8th South Asian Games held in Nepal. India topped the medal tally with 174 gold, 93 silver and 45 25 bronze medals, while Nepal finished second. Sri Lanka came in third with 40 gold, 83 silver and 128 bronze medals. In the 26 events of the 13th South Asian Games, Nepal won gold medals in 12 events and bagged medals in 25 events. Shooting is the only event that Nepal couldn't win any medals in. Nepal bagged the gold medal in men's football at the 13th South Asian Games, defeating Bhutan 2-1. In the gold medal match played at the Dashat Stadium in Tripureshwar yesterday, Abhishek Rijal opened the scoring for Nepal in the 17th minute of the match. It was Abhishek's third goal at the 13th South Asian Games. Bhutan came up with an equalizer as Bhutanese skipper Chencho Gyalijong found the net in the 37th minute. Sunil Bal scored a goal in the 54th minute to give Nepal a 2-1 lead. Nepal held on to the lead to seal the 2-1 victory over Bhutan and claimed the gold medal. Bhutan won its first silver medal in football at the South Asian Games. Meanwhile, Sunil Shahi won a gold medal in boxing at the 13th South Asian Games yesterday by defeating India's Parinder Singh in the men's 60 kg weight category. Sunil won the gold medal bout with a 3-2 split decision in his favor. It was Sunil's first medal at the mega sporting event. Likewise, Ashish Dawadi won a silver medal for Nepal in the above 91 kg weight category after suffering defeat against Narendra of India. Nepal also won 2 silver medals in women's boxing yesterday. Mala Rai had to settle for silver after losing to India's Rani Pinky. Likewise, Poonam Rawal also had to settle for the silver medal in the 64 kg weight category after suffering defeat against India's Manju Bombaria in the gold medal bout. Nepal won a total of 3 gold medals in boxing at the 13th South Asian Games. And before wrapping up, here's a look at the top stories one more time. 13th South Asian Games officially comes to an end with a grand closing ceremony. Nepal wins historic 51 gold medals, wins gold in men's football defeating Bhutan 2-1. Ruling Nepal Communist Party finally summons its standing committee meeting after a year. Decisions made by the Secretariat, one of the main agendas to be discussed in the meeting. And a police officer and at least 5 other people killed in a series of furious gun battles in Jersey City in the US state of New Jersey. And that's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.